really want to get my boy on it today, but niggas be.
What happened?
Niggas be friend.
What happened?
Tell me what really happened. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, that's the question.
Let me know if you trying. In the club, I got 20,000. What? Nah, this ain't crazy though. You can't say that. It's 2023. You can't say that. The climate, the environment, you can't say that nowadays. You're bugging. Welcome, Galactic Podcast.
Another freaking episode.
Genuine vibes right here.
Yes, love, love, love.
Live.
Episode, I'm living really well, man. Episode 4, I just want to say that,
Damn,
bro. This is 4.
Holy shit.
Consistency, baby.
Number 4.
Well, yeah, I'm living well, man. How you living, brother?
I want a 4 for 4.
Chill, no 4 for 4s. We don't do that no more.
You know they got rid of them?
Or that's good. We don't eat fast food over here no more.
You know, that's true.
I hope you don't. Once in a while.
Every once in a while, yeah, but like I be feeling nasty, yo. I've been
Word.
Last time I had McDonald's, yo, the whole burger just.
I bet.
Wendy's, they got rid of that 4 for 4, so I don't be going no more.
Word.
I got a biggie bag, whatever. What was something?
My food is highly important. Food is great, but food is also an addiction. Real shit.
Yes.
But it ain't crazy how we have to go to a store to grab food. Shit, funny, right?
Where else would we go?
We should be growing our we should be farming, baby. True. We should be growing our own food, going out to we should be talking to the plants, talking to the seeds, all that, and growing our own food.
Shoot.
But
when not everybody can do that, you think about it, pesticides, people don't know how to do certain things. They need them stores and markets.
I feel you. We just gotta get for me.
Damn,
black on everything.
It just started, yo. It's
black on everything. I'm feeling good today, my brother.
Thank you for saying that, yo. I'm feeling good, bro. Thank you for saying that.
Energy is immaculate right now.
Cause I hate you niggas.
What were you saying? You said thank you for saying that.
No, because you were talking about black owned, and I do agree. I'm just kidding about. You know, I love black people. I just hate niggas. You know?
That's a difference.
Acting like niggas.
Niggas.
Like, ain't that funny how it goes up with our second topic? But
true that.
No, yeah. So the nigga beatboxing.
Yeah. I feel you.
The reason why I was like, I hate you niggas, it's a joke. But y'all niggas be bugging, yo. Y'all see what happened in Chicago? What's happening in Chicago? But nah, cause as you say, like black owned and stuff like that, and I just think because we're black people and we aspire to see our people, you know, do that. But at the same time, there's a lot of niggas that just drag us down. You know what I mean? You know, they trash like Walmart. They was jumping on cars. I don't know if you've seen these videos, but
nah, I have not.
Oh my
And like a couple days later, less than a couple days later, Walmart's talking about they are closing down in Chicago, and because they did that in Portland, like they shut down their 2 stores there, because they weren't profitable. At the end of the day, you're a store. You have to be profitable. You know what I mean? And if the niggas is coming through, if people are coming through and they fucking this shit up, right? And you look at the demographic of who they are.
It's black people, unfortunately.
No, it's not black people. It's niggas.
I'm sorry, I forgot there's a difference.
There's a difference.
Black people and niggas.
There's a difference now because I seen a video of a black woman walking through the Walmart after it was trash. and she was like literally on the verge of crying. I think she did start crying because she was like, I need to buy my kids food. I can't even do that. Everything's on the floor. Like, why do y'all do this? Like, it's our people, it's our black people, like, type of shit. And then, what do you know? That Walmart closed down. So it was like, but now she really can't get food for her and Pampers for her family type of shit because now she gotta go to the next town. You know, what about all the grandmas and what about all the white people who are now looking at black people like, niggas. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, man.
I know what you mean, unfortunately.
We just started.
And I don't know what is going to change that. Like, we just have to do better. Like you said, we can never have nothing because ignorant niggas run around doing ignorant nigga shit.
Niggas. But how do you, like, because I do get what you're saying and everything on, like, black owned and farming and stuff. But with what I just said, how does that affect just still how you think about it?
That's a good question. And honestly, I say that we still have to go about it regardless, and just take the ones who we believe aren't going to do things of that nature. And yes, bad things happen regardless. When you start a business, Murphy's Law, things are going to happen. So that doesn't mean we don't open the business, though. You know what I'm saying? So regardless, having black on everything, whatever, is going to come with its cons and pros. But we live with it. We make the adjustments on the fly, and we move forward. And we hope that we could bring in those ignorant niggas, and who knows, maybe we can change them. Maybe everybody can change. It's up to the individual, but everybody can change, I believe.
Yeah.
So we just be hopeful. To answer your question, we be hopeful.
And honestly,
and put out that positive, good energy.
Yeah. And unfortunately, because I think it's acting a little slower right now, it's gonna take some time to pull it up. We'll link it, or if we do pull it up at some point, I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about, what I mean by niggas. But yeah, I don't know. Okay. Even what's it called? But Walmart had been there for a minute, and there's a certain point where you're just not profitable anymore because people are stealing stuff or trashing stuff. You know what I mean? It's not about starting a business and then going through it like, oh shoot, I'm gonna make it one day. Nah, it's these niggas. These people have been in business for who knows how long, and over time they've seen X amount of stores do bad and not be profitable. And there are certain regions like, people can't be like, I pay my tax. I saw a video of some lady talking about, they can't do this, I pay my taxes. It's a black lady. It's like, who cares, bro? If the store's not profitable, they could shut down and move wherever they want at the end of the day. You know what I mean? So, the tax does not guarantee you a Walmart. It guarantees you a road to get to wherever you need to go. You know what I mean? Like, at least.
I have not seen what's happening down in Chicago. Like, I always know Chicago is unfortunately bad.
Yeah.
But I have not seen this specific topic that you're talking about.
And they just got like a new lawyer. I'm bugging mayor. But for what I know, he might not be any better from the last.
Damn.
Yeah. So you been reading anything lately? Question mark.
I only been reading science. Like researching lately. That's all I've been reading.
You been reading science? What do you mean by science? What you reading?
Just researching physics right now.
Okay.
I've been getting into that.
You'd like to speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, entropy. Okay. So entropy is randomness or disorder. It's very interesting. But yeah, just learning about entropy right now and thermodynamics.
You said it's what?
Entropy is randomness.
Here as well.
Okay. Yeah, no, that is actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Wait, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Repeat what you were saying?
Entropy. Yeah, so just entropy is randomness or disorder, and there's a maximum entropy and there's a minimum amount of entropy.
I thought entropy was just like the loss of energy, the loss of life.
Entropy in physics, at least I'll say entropy in physics. Maybe that there is a different form of entropy, the form you were talking about. Yeah, you can look up the basic definition right now.
What was that? That link? Is it on that link that you had sent me?
Yeah.
So he had sent me a link earlier. It'll be. You should just link it in the.
Oh yeah,
in
for
the,
sure.
Bio as well for them. So, where did you?
Entry the measure of a system thermal energy per unit mass. It was on physics, the page of physics, I believe. I have it right in my notes. But he also talks about it in the video as well. But you could look up just the basic definition real quick and see what it says.
Okay, we're gonna search up what is entropy. So I know that she says right here physics, but is it different? What does it say? Is entropy in chemistry and physics different?
That's a good question.
Entropy is an important concept in physics and chemistry. In physics, it is part of thermodynamics. Chemistry, it is a core concept in physical chemistry. So what the fuck does that mean?
But also it did say that some people don't like to refer to it as randomness or disorder. They also like to refer to it as like the measuring
Of
disorder.
Work? Measurement of work.
Or of work.
Because it's like
as well.
I know entropy, I guess but the thing is, from what I knew, I was taking physics. I learned about it in physics class, and the professor was basically said that it applied to the loss of the depletion of life over time and throughout work. So time and work type shit. That's interesting.
Let's see real quick.
Maybe you can just type in what it is. Pretty soon that camera, you know what? I searching it up. I thought you were singing a different song.
No. I should have stuck in my head. I listened to it earlier. Alright, so back to entropy though. Let's get on this. Can you open your phone real quick?
You know what? Let's do this.
It's right there. It's right there.
Let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to ask a trusty AI.
Ain't no need to ask no trusty AI. This is the AI. Google is the AI too.
Nah. Google's dumb. Google's like a little slow,
I had the definition right there.
We'll pull up both.
Copy. I ain't gonna argue it.
We'll pull up both.
I ain't gonna argue it.
What is entropy? I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Give me a regular answer.
Give me a regular answer.
Give me an answer for a 7-year-old, just so she could dumb it down.
I like that.
Okay.
Because I've been learning how I want to learn how to do that too. I want to learn this stuff and be able to teach it to a 7-year-old, to a 3-year-old, to Ava, 2-year-old.
Okay. So you're right. Entropy is a measure of the amount of disorder and randomness in the system. It is a property that describes how much energy is available to do work in the system, and how easily that energy can be transferred or converted into other forms. For a 7-year-old, entropy is like a messy room. If you have a lot of toys scattered around, it's hard to find what you're looking for. That's a high entropy room. But if everything is neatly organized in its place, that's a low entropy room. In the same way, some things in the world are more disorganized or random than others, and we use the concept of entropy to measure how much disorder there is in a system.
Ooh.
And that's ChatGPT.
I like, okay.
So you still want to read the other one?
No, that's good.
No. He wants to read the other one. He wants.
Nose.
Which one you want to read?
That hits you on the nose too. But I try to say, I don't know what your physics teacher was talking about.
So
but that bitch don't know shit.
It's a guy.
That nigga don't know shit.
Alright, so we'll ask ChatGPT.
Let me stop, but yeah.
What is the
I only spent 4 hours learning about it today.
What is the measurement
and watching videos
of energy depleted over time?
And energy cannot die, so I don't know what he's talking about. Entropy means a passed away of life.
What is the name? What is the word? I forgot how to.
Energy is just transfers.
Oh, what is the
It's
term?
never created or destroyed. Energy.
Or life. What is the term? The term for
A lot of mother chucking editing on this one.
energy. So that's life depleted over time.
Physics, the science of matter, energy,
Look.
and motion.
Okay, it's degradation or entropy. The term for energy / life depleted over time is degradation or entropy. In thermodynamics, the law of entropy states that the total entropy of a closed system always increases over time. This means that the energy in a closed system, such as a universe, tends to become more spread out and less organized over time, leading to a state of maximum disorder of entropy. In the context of living organisms, the term aging is often used to describe the gradual depletion of energy and decline in function that occurs over time. So entropy within humans is aging. So, I mean, I guess my teacher wasn't that stupid.
Nah, he was stupid. No,
But
I was just busting some chops.
man, he's a very I don't even know. I forgot his name.
That's all good.
Mr. Whatever, man. You know. I said it's Mr. Malord and Mr. Jean Charles. And
Yes, indeed.
you know, learn a thing or two.
Yes, indeed. To switch gears, I don't know if you heard about the Mr. Beast. Do you watch Mr. Beast?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so you don't know of them,
I know of him. Yeah, I know of him.
but you don't know of like
I've seen some of
the
his
crew and stuff.
Oh, this might not be able to hear me. I didn't know there was a crew, but I know something's been happening with Mr. Beast and Chris, because Chris used to be, and now he's.
Yeah.
And so I just don't even. I don't even click on him. I don't even. I seen a couple things at first before I even knew Mr. Beast was involved. You know, like I saw a video of Chris at some gaming tournament or something, and then his friends were like looking at him weird type shit. And then the whole thing with Mr. Beast happened afterwards, but that's when I stopped paying attention. So I already knew about what was happening with Chris before the whole Mr. Beast thing.
Damn. I just found out about that. It was kind of a shocker, I'm not gonna lie. And it's crazy how we can't even say it. I don't know, I guess YouTube demonetize you or something. If
It's
you
not
say
even
the
that.
word.
We could say it. It's just.
I heard Gideon say that. I heard Gideon, and he was talking upon the situation. He was like, I can't even say it, or YouTube will demonetize you. Or he was also talking, I think it was, he was on YouTube, his Gideon stream. But he was also talking about, like, you can't even have those things in the title. I get that, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
Because it won't be kid-friendly, ad-friendly, ads. I don't know.
but yet they push it on the kids so much. It's like they allow, like we were talking about, the kids to get a whole reconstruction if they would like to. I think they said that like there was no age for the gender reconstruction, whatever the word is.
Healthcare.
Yeah, gender affirming healthcare. So like at any age you could just get surgery and chop off your loop, or you could just start taking the pills or whatever it is, the hormone things, and start changing. So like that is just crazy. But yeah, I don't even want to talk about this topic too much, but just to touch upon it a little bit, like it's just crazy, bro. Like millions of people are watching that thing. You know what I'm saying? There's so many kids watching that. And it's like, damn. That just messed me up real quick. Like, and I feel for Jimmy. Like, that was his lifelong friend before.
You saw what he
They
did
even
to his kid, Chris? I did see something like 2 days ago.
So he put some high heels on. You see, like, I heard about that, but I didn't know if it was true, and I didn't see no evidence. And I hope it's not true, because you see, now that's not cool. Wow.
Take the picture. Like,
You see, now that's not cool. And people were talking about how that kid lost a father figure, and he did. And trust and believe, it's not even our business to speak upon it. You feel me? That's all. Them has nothing to do with us. I guess, we ain't walking in his shoes. But from the outside looking in, bro, it's like, damn. That kid did lose a whole father figure. I don't care what the internet say. I read some comments like, nah, people who said that is right. People was trying to defend them. Oh, he didn't lose a father figure. No, he lost a manly father figure. He got two mothers now.
Manlier because he's comfortable with himself.
Yeah, exactly. Spot on. I read that comment like, what? Really? That's your perspective on it? No.
I broke the
No, you're good. Like, when it just comes to the black and white perspective of it, it's like, no. It's no,
but you know what?
That's what it is.
I just feel like, you know what? Because, bro, it's just so much, and it's such a loophole, and this has been happening for a while in different aspects.
Facts.
So I feel like in order to even have these next high level conversations, like shit, like there's certain things that we just gotta ignore at a certain point.
Yeah, true that.
We just
True that, to get to that next level of high conversation.
Because shit, we already know
high vibrational conversation.
Something we might already know, like, oh, if we talk about, like, you know, this topic, or if it's like on the news, we know that there's gonna be people saying some dumb shit.
No talk.
You know what I mean?
Real talk.
And at a certain point, we just got it. It's not
just gotta let it be, yeah. Just have no emotional attachment to it at all.
Emotional attachment.
Like, oh, that's interesting.
Next form of conversations gotta be held to something just higher. You know?
So like I said, I don't even want to talk upon that topic too much. I just wanted to bring it up. But we're not
I like how you brought that up because, like, that's like, you know, that is something. But
my view is just how it affects the millions of kids watching that. The million of kids that got no say so, you know what I'm saying? And it's going to be in their subconscious mind, and they're so impressionable. Yeah. Millions of kids.
That's true.
Why they got to be seeing that now all the time? Every time they go and watch a Mr. Beast video and, like, you know, they see him change from one to one, so obviously they know something has changed. Yeah. But why does it gotta be pushed so heavily on these damn kids? Like, gosh darn it. Like, I don't even know if it's an agenda. I'm not even gonna go that route. I guess it's just a man who wanted to be true within himself. I respect it, That's it. Moving on. We didn't touch on the global warming at all. What did you wanna say about global warming? Because I'm kinda interested in that.
I just want to talk about the thought about global warming. Just, do you believe it's real type shit, or to what extent do you believe it's real? Do you think that the media pushes it extra than what it actually is? Yeah, I do believe that, you know, human involvement does cause something to the environment. Okay, might warm it up a little bit. All right, but there are natural occurrences throughout the Earth's lifetime where it heats up and cools down naturally. So it's like, just to say that one year's summer was a little hotter than the last, or one year's winter was a little warmer than the last, doesn't really mean nothing, because boom, 3 winters later, that shit's mad cold. It's like, then what happened? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So it just goes through these normal cycles, and I feel like we just get lost sometimes, and just in the media is put, you know, just in a lot of things. I don't know. What's your opinion?
That was some good stuff you just said right there. My opinion, I just think the universe is gonna do what the universe does. Like George Carlin said this in a stand-up. Do you know who George Carlin is?
I heard the name.
Or he's a comedian, and he's very good at it, you know. I say definitely look him up whenever you got some time. But yeah, he said this in a stand-up, like, he was talking about global warming. He was like, we humans think, you know, we're so fantastic that we're going to really mess up, you know, the universe that's been here for trillions and billions and nillion amount of years. So I like to think of it as in that perspective. Like, I don't know, the universe is so intelligent and so broad that it's not having that much of an effect. Like, what we view as global warming that's having an effect, that's like from a microscopic view. But if you look at it from a galactic point of view, a universal point of view, if I go out there into the cosmos and look at it from that point of view, is global warming even a thing? So now that's my question. So I don't know. So I think it is whatever. Like, I guess yes. Like, don't fucking litter and don't fucking throw trash on the ground. But like I don't know, the universe is so freaking intelligent that it's gonna evolve regardless of what we do. We just gotta evolve with it.
So what do you feel about the media and stuff? Because at times they do push like with this Greta Thunberg stuff, or back in the day they used to push like saving the world because by like or doing stuff because by 2010 the world will be gone. This and that.
I do remember all that stuff. Who's Greta Thunberg?
She's like.
I feel like this is a reoccurring thing. Me patting you on the back every episode. But yeah, my bad. Thank you. It's nice to get a pat on the back sometimes.
Good job,
Thank you. You too, my brother.
Greta Thunberg is like this young girl who's kind of like the face of like the new frontier of younger individuals that care for their environment, care for the world, who want to make a difference, who want to do that. But the thing is, like, you can tell at times that a lot of the stuff that she does when she goes to like protest or whatever, and she gets lately she's been getting arrested. They're just for photo ops. So it's kind of just like a play on the media, you know. Again, it's like one of those things like we got to play on the media to do this. And it's like what's the higher agenda? What are you making money from it type of shit? But yeah, I mean there's something I was gonna say, but it's not really important.
You were just like, what's my take on like the media perspective of it?
Yeah, it was your take on the media perspective of just like when it comes to like global warming and like the environment and maybe like why they push it, like who benefits from it, you know, like I just said right now, what's the hidden agenda? Are they profiting from it? Like are there side corporations that, you know, when somebody thinks like, oh, let me go and invest in saving the world and let me go buy some of this stuff, and then like they're like, I'm gonna go here, and that company is low-key owned by, you know, a group of people who basically influence that. You know what I mean? Shit like that happens, you know.
True that.
Is that's what I mean? Like, is like an agenda in that way? Like, what do you think?
That's a good freaking question, honestly. And I'm not too sure, but there probably is. Like, now you got me wondering, do people profit off that? Is there a business in saving the world? Like, I don't know, like what? Yeah, true that. And like, yeah, so I don't know. But honestly, yeah, the media always creates some type of propaganda. There's always something they need to throw in your face to keep you distracted and things of that nature. I've heard of what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? Dang. But yeah, there's like, dang, it's gonna annoy me now. There's like some type of CMEs. There we go. Coronal mass ejections shooting from the sun, and it's like that's why it's like heating up so much lately. And just like you said previously, there's just cycles of it being hot, cycles of it being cold. Like I remember a couple years back, it was like a pretty cold summer. I was like, what the heck? It's not even hot. But last summer it was freaking hot, and I think we're entering that even more now. I think this summer is probably going to be even hotter, and that's due to coronal mass ejections from the sun. But yeah, you see, they don't really talk about that in the media. Like you have to search those things up, and I guess they'll just label it.
Ain't nothing we doing on Earth that's affecting the sun. So.
Yeah, like real talk. So but yeah, like, does anybody like control global warming? I don't know. But you see, also this goes back to weather, like weather manipulation. That's a thing. You know, I heard that there's no such thing as winter, really. I don't know, but back in I think the 1800s, I believe, during the war against China, the USA, I believe it was, used weather manipulation, or China used weather manipulation to beat the opposing force. So like,
we gonna need some sources for that.
Yeah, I looked it up online. You can look it up online, whatever, with like weather manipulation.
HAARP.
HAARP. There we go. That's another thing. I don't know if you ever heard of HAARP, those people, but I'm pretty sure it's HAARP. But they have to do with like the weathering system and things of that nature. But like, you got?
Yeah, just like. Yeah, that's for the viewers though, because they're gonna want to see this.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm gonna drop links in the description.
Yeah. And then maybe we could, we'll talk about, maybe we can make a notes or something, a shared document where we add notes together. timestamp as well. So
Word, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just like I've heard there's a battle between artificial intelligence and universal intelligence. So HARP would be artificial intelligence, and universal would be the sun sending coronal mass injections right now to us. So, and this goes into Pluto too. Like I believe it was like last year, or maybe 2 years ago. Pluto was in our atmosphere. I forgot the exact word for it, but Pluto, yeah, was in our. I forgot the exact. There was a different word for it, but yeah, it was in our atmosphere, and that was signifying rebirth, regeneration, and destruction.
Yeah.
I guess you could put destruction first, and that'll be now tying that into entropy. That would be, I guess, another form of entropy, and
degradation.
yeah, and maximum disorder and things of that nature. But yeah, they really talk about that. But yeah, I don't know the point I'm trying to make, but this is all just interesting stuff. But
He said, I don't know. Keep talking, bro.
but yeah, real talk. But yeah, Pluto, rebirth, destruction, and regeneration. Now, I don't know if that could also be in the aspect of this digital currency. You know what I'm saying? Is that the destruction of the system as we know it, as in paper money, and transferring into straight digital?
Oh, of course.
Or is that the destruction of both? Is that the destruction of the financial system as we know it completely? And is there a whole new form of system coming that we may have to adapt to, that we may have to help to create as well? Well, I don't know. It's just questions that I wonder a lot.
How he know?
Honestly, it's just like YouTube.
Yo, who
and
told you
such
that?
Honestly, look
Yo.
up Remedy H on YouTube, and there's a
Nah,
lot of
that's-
people on YouTube as well. Like
That's why I fuck with him. 'Cause I didn't even talk to him about that.
Yeah, I forgot his name, but there's another brother on YouTube. He makes a lot of good videos just about the sun and stuff like that. And just interesting things that a lot of people don't talk about, because all that's thrown in our face is the distraction, is the propaganda, is the save their environment, global warming. That's and that's why I think global warming could just be another form of distraction, another thing to just keep us divided, keep two sides, the people that want to save the environment and the people who don't give a fuck about the environment, and now they're bickering back and forth.
So, is the constant bickering is a distraction for us to bicker? Is it just meant to just enforce laws and put in stuff into legislation behind our back? Like, what is it? Is it? Because I know they use it I know they use it for that. But is there other things as well? Like, for what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oftentimes a lot of shit happens at one time, and you regret to, or you don't even get to see what's being passed through legislation. Sometimes it's some wild shit.
Real talk.
But because we're so tied into like social media, just anything social when it comes to just our circle type shit, we don't pay attention to that. So I know it's used for that. But what else? Could we think of something else that it could be used for?
Honestly, you hit it right on the money, bro. Like, it's
So
just
distractions are just
distraction. It's like the magic trick, you know what I'm saying? They got you focused over here, so you don't see what's going on behind the hand, so you don't see the real magic.
But that doesn't make me feel like I know nothing, because I feel like that's just a simple thought to have come across.
I feel that.
So I feel like they use it for more. You know what I mean? There has to be more that they use it for. It can't just be for legislation. It has to be for like.
Definitely for something
people.
more.
No.
Ooh.
Oh wait, sorry. Okay, you got it. Hold on. Take that off because YouTube's gonna demonetize.
Yeah, well, murdering people.
Hey,
oh
yo.
yeah. Well, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page. Well, yeah, I'll take that all out. Put a little block into it.
Maybe, I don't know, whatever. But that type of stuff. I mean, that's.
Oh.
But what else? That's simple. What else?
Just like to go back to the universal versus artificial. Like, there's a whole war going on. You feel me? Like, we've been at war for years, and this goes back to like way back. How like I heard that the story of the invasion, that this planet had been invaded by people. And I don't know, I heard of like Chitauri, Draconians, Sumerians, Atlanteans, and like I was trying to look it up, but it's just like different forms of people, I guess, reptilians. Like, I don't know, this shit joint go deep, but that's why I like to do research. So I'm gonna do some more research, so I'll be able to talk upon it more. And maybe if there's anyone else that knows about this information, this ancient information,
Yes.
Definitely share in the comments because it's just very interesting to think about.
Shows open.
But yeah, it's like, so maybe it goes deeper into the war that we're currently in, bro. As we know, like what's the song? There's a war going on outside, about cry. Also, the revolution will not be televised. Shout out to Common. You know what I'm saying? So, like, this is nothing new. This has been going on for years, for many energy cycles. So, there's a constant war going on, and it's just you could just say the good versus the bad. That's what Cat Williams said. And I think his most recent stand-up, World War III, I'm pretty sure his most recent stand-up is called. And he said there's gonna be a war. It's just gonna be the good versus the bad. It's gonna be the truth versus the lie. Real shit, you know what I'm saying? There's the lie that they're constantly trying to protect. So I guess you could say that's the other thing that's deeper than the legislation. So yeah. It's just, questions. And it's like, why we gotta live like this? But fuck it is what it is. And I'm talking a lot this podcast. Fuck it. But to tie into this, shout out to my guy Alex. I was supposed to be on this pod. Yeah, I'm talking to you, boy. He sent me this pod. I forgot his name, but it was a very good guy. He's says some very knowledgeable things, but just about men being men, you know what I'm saying? Us being the protector, the provider, men's playing their roles. And but he says when you have weak, docile men that are constantly in their phones and things of that nature, and that don't, that are just not strong mentally, physically, spiritually, you're susceptible to be attacked. You're easy targeted, like in forms of war. So that's where we at today. If a war just started, there will be so many people that are not ready, including myself. I have to prepare. I have to become more war ready because you never freaking know. But he was just saying, like, when a country or whatever goes to invade another country, they don't look for, the woman or whatever, the woman and the babies, the youngins. Those are the easy ones. The people that are really gonna fight are the teenagers to the young adults, and those that are protectors, those that are fully into their masculinity and things of that nature.
Invasion and stuff. Did I send you this video earlier of China? China was like what you said, like there are certain distractions, while trying to like have their people. Let me come up and find this video.
Yeah, no, give it.
While they got us distracted with TikTok, right?
Oh, you gotta jog my memory a little bit. Oh yeah, you posted on your story, I think.
Oh, it's on my story, right? Yeah.
Or I remember.
That's funny. It's on my story. I didn't even know.
It's all good. I remember seeing that once you said that.
It said Chinese students getting ready while they distracted our children with TikTok, and it's a video and all of them like little kids, like.
Can you show it to the camera, or will that be a problem? Where they can see. Yeah, that'll be lit. I'll love if we could just like pull up stuff too. That'll be pretty lit. Okay, it's like, okay, there you go. You got the focus here. Yeah, so I'll get this part. But then, yeah, while we're Chinese students getting ready, while they distracted our children with TikTok road talk, that's crazy. They getting ready for war. You got the youngins getting ready for war out there.
Getting ready, yo.
Like that's crazy. But also, why I frick with TikTok is they do have a lot of knowledgeable information on there that I'm seeing more stuff of. Like, people do be spreading knowledge on there.
That is true, but that's also a weapon in itself too. I believe TikTok is more of a weapon than knowledge.
Nah, I believe with that, in the whole general scheme of it.
Because I do like you can go and find some knowledge, but at the same time, like who's really fact checking people?
True that.
True that. You post something and go viral.
True that.
And then we might see it and we might just take it for gospel for a week or two before we actually find out the truth. But then
true that.
It kind of makes me, you kind of might get upset. It's like, bro, I really thought that shit was the truth. And I was weak in that aspect. In some aspects, yes, I'm weak because I get the wrong information.
True
I know TikTok, like we talked about last time. We're going to bring this up because we had technical difficulties. But we were talking about sound and
sound frequencies
and how it affects your mood.
Oof.
I believe that TikTok in itself is a weapon because You can get happy from TikTok and find, there's a lot of funny shit from TikTok. Okay, but it's a weapon in itself because it could be used to like basically how sometimes they're in their phones. They see what we're texting. I feel like they even know when we're arguing with other people, and they might put something. It's kind of like low key shots at you. It's like, and it's like, damn, it kind of gets you in your feelings type shit. And I feel like it only does that because of those certain sounds, the sad sound, or if you see like a video and then it adds a creepy sound in the background and adds some facts, whatever the facts may be, and you're like, oh shit, what the fuck, and you become scared. You're like, fear in the world type shit, like, oh, what's out there. But you take off that layer of sound, and you just like, it's just a regular video. You know what I mean? Anybody could also make a video, say whatever the fuck they want. Like I said, go viral. People are preaching it as gospel. Boom, boom. Now they got a little following of people who don't know that this person is not. It's not a doctor. They shouldn't be talking on certain things. They're not a therapist. They probably just like watch the show and then they feel connected. You never know with some people. How some people really come into characters, I feel like I could be a therapist, and I can be they're inspired through a show, through a person, or whatever. I'm just rambling, but yeah, TikTok in itself is a weapon, because it distracts us. It distracts us a lot. Yeah, and there's a lot of shit like that. China knows that they have thousands of people on TikTok scrolling, millions of people on TikTok, hundreds of thousands of people on TikTok at the same time, just scrolling, just mindlessly scrolling.
Real talk.
Showing you videos like, look, and it's shit that you don't seen like 6 months ago. Knew that shit's fake, but they over here like, oh my god, it's real. Look, and it's like it kind of just puts you in a different mindset. I don't know, it puts me in a different mindset as someone sometimes. When I'm just like, yo, like y'all think that's like. Like, I saw someone was like, yo, like Michelle Obama was a man. It was Michael Obama. I'm like, okay, what do you mean? Show me a picture of a clearly photoshopped picture to make Michelle Obama look like a man.
Damn.
It shit was look. So I pulled up literally the picture that compared the original to the fake, and it showed original and fake. I'm like, bro, are you dumb? This shit is literally like, this is the real picture, and it is a regular picture, and it looked like somebody literally photoshopped to make it look like a man. Then someone I saw a couple weeks ago put like documents out there talking about sex change, Michael Obama to Michelle Obama, official documents type shit, and then put it on Twitter. It went viral. Bro, so now you know how many more people are like, yo, Michelle Obama was a man. She's transgender. What? She was a man. People who are just dumb. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, now it's a conversation. Now it's a talking point. Like, yo, Michael Obama. Like, are we really talking about, is Michelle a clear woman? Is she a man? And it's a talking point. It's like, it's like, what is? And then so yeah. And then the thing is, like, people repost that on TikTok. People see that. People think it's real. Now, thinking about the political aspects. If you're more left-leaned, right, then you might see left-leaning content. But if you're left-leaning and political, you might see more left-leaning political content. So basically, stuff that, like, badgers, conservatives or right-wing, or something that like makes Donald Trump look like he's retarded, he's stupid, whatever, right? But you take that same person's phone, you type in the opposite to let them see how belligerent and dumb that their members are, right? So like Biden, how slow this nigga is, and they're like, oh my god, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was a creep. I didn't know he touches and sniffs little children, and then whispers in their ears, like, and then kisses them behind, like, what? Some weird shit. Some old man shit, yo. It was a compilation, yo, of that.
Damn.
But it's like, it's if you don't make the effort to see both sides, you're not going to on TikTok. You're just gonna see one side. You know, on TikTok, I don't know. I don't get that my information from TikTok. I might get some fun facts. You know what I mean? Some music, some something. You know, I might laugh, something. You know? I might find out a new way to express a thought that I was thinking, or a funny way to express it. But on general, TikTok is not no damn encyclopedia. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Anybody can make an account and say anything.
Yeah, real talk. That's why a lot of things I like to look up for myself, for sure. You got to.
I can go on there and be like, I'm Samoan and Hawaiian. Really?
Real talk though. Like, who
I'm
knows?
not, but I could say that. People will take it as a fact. I go viral. Nobody knows me. It was Samoan and Hawaiian. I bust out one day talking Creole. They're like, what? I'm all three.
Yeah, I'm all three. Gotcha, bitch.
Oh shit, man.
You do bring up a good topic right there.
Yeah. Because we talked about it last time a little bit when it comes to TikTok and just the sound frequencies effect on your emotions. You know how it could put you in a sad state of mood for no reason. Because you had an argument with somebody and then TikTok is in your phone and it just sends you some random whatever. We were talking about that last time, and then there was a little bit of technical difficulties, so it may not have translated the best as it could have.
Word.
So just to bring that, I brought that up, you know. Yeah.
And Joey Badass said in like an interview, like, the people in your household, you know, your mom could have a fricked up vibe, and then she transmits that vibe to you, and now you go off to school with that vibe, and now you transmitting that vibe to the people you interact with or just around. So, but yeah, so it's interesting to kind of tie into sound frequency in a different manner, but it's just how something on the exterior could have an effect on you like that, and sometimes without you even noticing. That's crazy.
For real.
But have you ever heard of like Sumeria or Sumerian gods? You like that word? Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
That's another thing I've been learning into. Like, I heard that Africa was once called Sumeria a while ago, and then I was looking it up a little bit before the pod. It was like Sumeria was an ancient, right around Mesopotamia, things of that nature, and I think 2004 BC, something like that. And it was like right before a certain empire came. I want to say Egyptian, but I don't think it's Egyptian. Well, hold on, now I got on my phone over there. Never mind. But yeah, so I don't know. It's just interesting though. History is pretty interesting. Like, my friend said he was looking into like history, and I was like, "Word, that's what's up." Yeah. History is very interesting, and I think important.
Sumerian gods. So you don't know any of their names?
Nah.
So how deep did you go into the research about them?
Not too deep.
You just kind of just heard about it?
Yeah, I just heard about it. That Africa used to be so-called Africa used to be Sumeria, that America used to be Atlantis, and those people were called Atlantean. You know, because I remember we talked about, the ancient civilizations and stuff like that.
So America, I believe that there was an Atlantis. I don't think America was Atlantis. I think Atlantis is underwater.
Now I feel that, like, I think that's, I'm not too sure, but I just think,
because I feel like
it's interesting.
There's some form of evidence that points to having what was it? Oh, let me think about this. There's some evidence, basically scripture, of somebody having written about his voyage. And in his voyage, he had ran into, I think, what he described to a city, and it was like Atlantis, like a advanced city, advanced civilization, right? And then, boom, there was a flood, X amount of years later, and so that was in the scriptures. But also, like, in history, I think that's what actually happened. There was a flood that wiped away his civilization, and so if you think about it, it's like, now you compare it to the history to what was found in the scriptures, and he's describing an advanced civilization. I feel like that was what was considered Atlantis. You know what I mean? It was wiped away with the water.
Real talk. Yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, I also heard, like, to piggyback off of that there was like Zeus, I think it was, or some other god though, but like the people the people of Atlantis weren't, following I guess we could just say universal laws, and so he flooded the land of Atlantis and it sunk beneath into the water. I heard a story like that too. So don't know if it's true or not, or just mythology, but also there's a lot of truth in mythology, so it's not all just myths.
At times, what happens, I heard this explanation, or what made sense to me is, at times, after a global catastrophe or after a catastrophe, right? It's people, when they rebuild back whatever they had, they cling on to some sort of hope of like a story or something, and usually the story involves a god or something that might have sent a flood because they were unhappy, and then when they get back, they build temples in order to worship that god, pyramids. But then throughout time, they were able to use these pyramids to shelter from the floods. But also in their stories would be they would depict like other people, like instead of like gods, they'd also depict, like, for example, they would say like a giant, right? And it's like, okay, we could think that they're talking about like actual gods and giants, but we could also think that they're talking about like an intellectual giant, you know what I mean? Somebody who came and who had knowledge on how to build these pyramids, how to rebuild civilization. And in their story, they viewed him as an intellectual giant because he had this knowledge. He was a builder, and he told people how to do stuff, you know what I mean? So throughout time, these stories translated to like these mythological gods and creatures and stuff like that. And I do see that, you know what I mean? Because me and you right now, like, boom, say in the next 200 years, I don't know, somebody could be reading up about our stories and then be like, and then can overly exaggerate what we're doing right now into some sort of like mythological, like, we're the fucking, I don't know, shit. The frequency, like, I don't know, communicators, some shit, like, where it's like, I mean, they're just making videos, you know what I mean? But throughout time, story gets a little translated, a little mesh, you know. And somebody's story, me and you might be a god, you know, but we just communicate to the world through frequencies. You know what I mean? But the frequency of technology, us making a video, we're just chilling right now. You know what I mean?
It's kind of over exaggerated.
Throughout time, the story, throughout generations, and just it just kind of just like. So I could see both. I see both. But I also like, because I don't want to I see both, and I like to believe in both because I don't want to believe in one all the way. Because I do think that there's higher powers and stuff like that act, and I love Greek mythology, like Zeus and all that. If there was any type of god, I wish it was that, you know. But at the same time, I do believe that not every instance was there really a god or a giant or a mythological creature or something. You know what I mean? Not in every instance. I feel like there might have been some sort of explanation as to why it was translated like that, and that could have just been like just time, generations of people, language, evolution, like that. So yeah.
Well said. I like how you look at it from multiple whole different perspectives. Yeah, really well said. And we having like so much I want to talk about, and then like just like so cut. But I was just really listening. That's another thing. Like, to go back to books real quick. Yeah, I haven't been reading as much as I would like to lately, and I want to get back into that. Just reading personal development type of books. I want to get back into that. But How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. A very good book. I'll recommend it to anybody. It just talks about, how we don't really listen. Like, that's one thing, I'm trying to practice daily, and this podcast helps with that too. Just listening intently to what you say, and not thinking about, what am I going to say next? What is he going to say next? But just listening intently. So, How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie, a great freaking book. I advise anyone to get it. But I just feel like that's us as a generation, especially today. You know, we're all so quick to be so opinionated and shoot down what someone says with our opinion before even truly hearing them out and actually listening, not just hearing. You know what I'm saying? Well, listening to understand, listening to comprehend where they are coming from, and not just shooting back with our own opinions. So yeah, just to tie that into a good book.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't been reading nothing either. I want to go to the library, get something, but who knows when maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, maybe next month, maybe
maybe next month.
No, but
Maybe
honestly,
next year.
I really maybe like in the next couple of days because I really need to go. I want to go, but also maybe making some books, making some content to put out there in the world. I yesterday came up with an idea of maybe I should make a book. I'm gonna say write a book. Maybe nothing too crazy, but it'll provide value and have a gist to it. So we'll talk about that separately. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Freaking good episode.
Be back
man.
next week.
Yes, indeed.
Cash app down below.
Cash app down below. Oh shoot! Wait, is it gonna be called Cash App now? Are they gonna change it to Fed now, or
I don't know.
what's up with that whole
I have
thing?
no idea.
Like, so who took over Cash App now? The vice president of the
I don't
company?
even know.
We're not even going. That's a whole different topic for another
I
podcast.
just haven't indulged myself into it.
Join us Sunday, baby. Sunday is the day.
Sunday.
Oh no, Sunday is the day that we drop these podcasts.
Oh,
yeah,
that's what I
I'm
meant.
talking about. Yeah.
I thought we was talking about some church.
Church. Oh yeah, nah. We ain't talking about no church. No offense to anybody that goes to church, but I don't do that church. I don't praise no imaginary God in the sky. I praise myself. I worship myself. But yeah, I don't praise no imaginary God. No offense to anyone that does.
Amen.
Deuces. Love y'all, man. Be great. Be you. You already know. Be unique. We out here.
Yes,